When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Get it poppin'. First of all, shout out to all my couch potatoes that's in here this morning. Yes, my makeup is done, and usually it's not in the mornings unless I have something to do. You know, if my makeup is done, I got somewhere to be right after. Okay, so I actually have a friend date today. So first of all, if you guys have friends, start doing friend dates because it's fun. The fuck, yeah. And even if it's not like your real close friends and it's like your TikTok friends or your Facebook friends, just social media friends, period. Like, we do meetups too. I be meeting up with my social media friends. So don't think that only reason why me and you ain't met is because you didn't want to meet me, because I got people that be hitting me up like, I want to meet you. I'm like, okay, let's link up. Like, if you a murderer, guess what? You fucking with the wrong one. But that's neither here nor there. So before we go on, let's go ahead and give a moment of silence for the ones who didn't get a chance to make it here today for whatever reason. Let's give this moment to them. Coming up on the couch, May 18th is going to be Mental Health Talk. May 21st is going to be Surgeries, Menopause, and More with Tai Marie. And May the 28th is going to be ShroomTalk. And May 30th is going to be Fuck Fentanyl. If any of those subjects resonate with you, you're more than welcome to come share your story on the couch. All you got to do is inbox me. Sorry, y'all. All you got to do is inbox me. Sometimes I get a migraine just from wearing headphones. And it's random because sometimes it'll fit and sometimes it don't. Anyway. Yeah, just hit me up and we'll get you on the couch. Today's episode, of course, it's early mornings on the couch, and normally it's, relaxed and we vibing and all of that. But today's episode is like titled Walk a Mile In. Not just in my shoes, but just a walk a mile in. We've always heard that. Walk a mile in my shoes, and I bet you wouldn't be saying the same thing or feeling the same way or do-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But how can we genuinely ask someone to walk in our shoes? They genuinely couldn't. So even the statement, walk a mile in my shoes. First of all, the way the world is right now, how sensitive everyone is, people genuinely couldn't walk a mile in my shoes or your shoes or their shoes or the people in the past shoes. They couldn't walk a mile in these shoes because right now they can't even handle the miles that they're walking in their own shoes. Their own shoes are literally like, no, they can't do it. So thinking that somebody can walk a mile in our shoes is impossible, especially looking at somebody that is not the same color as you and you telling them to walk a mile in your shoes. They could never. I could never walk a mile in Sally Sue's shoes. She's a Caucasian. We don't even have the same troubles. We don't even have the same issues. Now, we may have the same sickness if we both had lupus. But we would never, it's never ever in comparison and please don't take no offense when I say this, but it's never a comparison to a Caucasian's shoes and a person of color shoes. It can never be a walk a mile in my shoes, because even if they pretended to walk a mile in your shoes, they are still the color white. Period. So it's impossible to ever go through exactly what a person of color goes through. Yeah, you can maybe live the same as me to walk a mile in my shoes, but to actually physically put my shoes on and think that you can be me. Now, there are people that will physically try to be like you. They'll do what they can to be just like you, but they'll never be like you. Because a lot of times we don't even tell our own friends exactly what we going through. So what makes you think that you gonna know exactly what we going through? And then to put my shoes on and walk a mile in my shoes, you couldn't. You don't even know what I'm going through. Okay, that was just ghetto, because why did it just do that? It did not have to do all of that. It's easy to say, though. Easy. It's easy to be like, hey, you know, if you think you can handle what I'm going through, walk a mile in my shoes. And it's easy for somebody who thinks that they know it all to be like, you know what? Boy, I got this, or girl, I got this. I can walk a mile in your shoes. But they don't realize that when you go grocery shopping, you go to 7 different stores just to make sure that your kids is taken care of and get everything that they need. And not even everything that they need and want. But, you know, because it's some of it has to be for they sickness, they health, they well-being. So they got to have specific things. Organic. They need organic. So that's not just at Walmart. Sometimes that might be at a natural grocery store. Sometimes it might be somewhere else, but it might not just be at one store. You got to go to 6 different fucking stores or 7 different stores. Okay, on top of going to 7 different stores, your feet hurt so freaking bad that when you step on it, it feels like you're literally walking on hot glass. Oh, you can handle that too? Perfect. Okay, so what about this? A severe migraine to the point where you can't even see, but you have to force your eyes open because you have to drive to go pick up your kids from school. Nobody else is going to pick them up from school, right? People don't genuinely know what you don't speak of and what you're going through. Nobody can walk a mile in your shoes. Only you can walk a mile in your shoes. And shout out to you for continuing to walk a mile in your shoes. For continue to walk even though it's fucking hard. To continue to take care of your kids even though you can't even take care of yourself. It is not easy. It's not easy, especially when you don't have anyone there for you. Anyone that's going to help motivate you. And although we're grown and we need to motivate ourselves sometimes, although I get it, but sometimes just like we need God and we need His guidance, just like that, sometimes we need a friend to be our guidance. Sometimes we need a friend to push us, a family member to push us, a family member to be that guidance. Sometimes we need that extra oomph to push through, to walk that mile in our shoes. But when you don't have it so consistently, it's not easy for you to talk to people. It's not easy for you to even open up to your friends, even though they say, hey, if it's anything that you're going through, I'm here for you. If you need to talk, here I am. Even though they saying that, it still doesn't change the fact that you have to walk this mile by yourself. And you can't even talk about all the things that you're seeing along the way, or the things that you have to do along the way, because you might be embarrassed, or you don't want someone to eventually throw it up in your face. Walking a mile in my shoes might not be the same for you, because for you it might be embarrassing. Something that I've done in my life might be embarrassing to you. So how could you walk in my shoes if walking in my shoes embarrasses you? Time and time again, we see and hear people talk shit about other people and the things that they go through in their struggles, like that struggle could never be them, or that struggle can never happen to them. And for the ones that's like, oh, well, I could walk a mile in anybody's shoes. There's nothing that I can't do that somebody else has done. Well, if that's the case, then why would you make fun of somebody else and their struggle and what they're going through if one day you might have to walk a mile in their shoes? How can you do that if you're making fun of it? How can you do that if you're talking shit? How can you even humble yourself if they're humbly walking in their own shoes, walking their own mile, and you laughing at them and they like, walk it, take a walk in my shoes then. Now you got these shoes on and you like, oh, no, I'm embarrassed to do this. Oh, this is too hard. Or, oh, but it wasn't too hard for me, was it? Yes. It's always been hard. I just smiled through it. It's always been hard. We just keep pushing. It's always been hard and maybe embarrassing. We just kept our head up and didn't let you see that we were embarrassed too. We didn't let you see that it hurt us. You think we want to do all of this in front of our kids and let our kids see us struggling and crying? And no one wants that for themselves. No one wants that for their kids. No one. I could never expect someone to walk a mile in my shoes because I don't even know what the mile in your shoes is like. I don't even want to ask you to walk a mile in my shoes because I know that what this mile is like. It's tough. It's already tough. It's tough as fuck. So already dealing with my tough ass mile in my shoes and then having to walk in your shoes and deal with your tough ass shit. My goodness, I don't know if I can do it. I don't even want to. We're all dealing with our own mile that we're walking. Some of us still can't even figure out how to walk the mile. We just been stuck. We just been sitting like this, watching people walk past, walking their own mile, and we can't even move. We're at a standstill. We are literally stuck. We don't want life to pass us by, but we also don't want to go by with life. We don't. And then we sit there and wait. Some of us sit there and wait for someone to save us. No one is going to save you at all. You have to move, push, and do it on your own. Of course, if you have that person, a friend, a family member, a lover that has your back and that's going to push you through it, cherish them. Because there's too many people that'll watch you walk your mile alone. But there's also a lot of people that will love you through your mile and walk right alongside with you. Right alongside with you. Are you going to walk your mile alone, or are you going to have somebody with you? Are you going to push everybody away? Are you going to expect everybody to be able to walk the mile for you? No, don't do it. Don't expect somebody else to walk your mile. Walk your mile. Nobody can handle your mile. But your real friends, family, and your real people that fuck with you, they're going to be able to handle it with you. Because they pushing you, they motivating you, they right next to you. You know, whenever you exercise and you're like, I don't want to exercise alone, I want to have like an exercise group. And then you got that group and then you feeling real motivated and all of y'all are just like on one accord and you like, yeah, hey. That's just like walking a mile with your people. Y'all all on one accord. And although you don't have the same issues and although you might not be going through the same thing, you guys are motivating each other to continue to walk your own mile and walk it through. Not stay still and stagnant in the motherfucker. You actually helping each other walk through and make it. I need friends like that. Any other friend just ain't for me. They not for me. I need friends that's going to be like, yo, although I can't walk a mile in your shoes, I'm going to walk right beside you and I'm going to keep motivating you to continue to walk a mile in your shoes. Motivate me. Don't discourage me or make me feel bad or feel less than. Because, again, we're all going through things. Not saying that your problem is bigger than my problem and my problem is bigger than your problem, but who knows? But also, who's comparing? We don't need to compare problems. We don't need to, no. Discuss, yeah. But compare, no. Thinking that somebody should walk in your shoes, no. No. We don't even wear the same size shoes. All of our feet are different sizes. Some of us, we like, oh, girl, I could fit your shoe. I could wear the same size shoe as you. But can you really fit my shoe? Can you really put your foot in this shoe and say that it is comfortably fit to your foot? You ever wore some of your favorite shoes and even though it was beat up or didn't look the best to other people, it was comfortable and it fit to your foot, right? No matter what you was going through, you put your foot in there and it just got that perfect snug, that perfect fit. That is exactly walking in your own shoes. It's the perfect fit, the perfect snug. Your own destiny, your own life is already written out and already, your path is already right in front of you. You just have to walk it. You have to walk it. And you can't be afraid. Because not only is it other people can't walk a mile in your shoe, but sometimes you can't walk a mile in your own shoe. Because you're afraid. Afraid of success, afraid of failure, afraid of what's ahead. We get like that and we fuck ourselves up. And we shouldn't do it, but we do. Let's find those friends that motivate us to not do it, to continue to push, because we got other people that are dependent on us. And even if you don't care about them people that's dependent on you, do you care about your kids that's dependent on you? Do you care about the younger generation that is dependent on you to leave your mark? Learn to walk a mile in your own shoes. And even if it's not perfect, learn to love yourself. Learn to love it. Learn to continue to push through it. Because once you prevail, you're going to be like, oh, wow, I didn't think I was going to be this successful, but I am. Like, or I didn't think that this will be the outcome, but it is. It can be the outcome. You can have an amazing outcome. But you have to push yourself to be amazing. Yes, nobody can walk a mile in your shoes. But you have to. You have to. Take that mile and keep it pushing. Then you can teach other people how to walk a mile in their own shoes when you walk past them and you see that they stuck and stagnant. They might have been like, oh, wait, wasn't she stuck and stagnant too? Oh, damn, now she's walking or now he's walking or... You're motivating the stuck and stagnant people from being stuck and stagnant. You're motivating and teaching. You don't even have to speak it to teach it. You don't. And just like you was afraid to speak on what you were going through or the mile that you had to walk, what goes on in the midst of your life and in the midst of this walk, just like you kept that to yourself, imagine how many other people are keeping it to themselves and they're not letting anybody know, so nobody knows and nobody else can walk a mile in their shoes, because we have no idea what that mile entails. We don't know what that mile is. What's at the end of this mile? They don't even know. They haven't even started. Are you going to start your mile, or are you going to just sit there stagnant at the top of the mile, just waiting on someone to push or roll you? Because if you don't ever have anybody to push or roll you, then who's going to push or roll you? Yourself, right? You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Because it was a point in my life where I really, honestly, I was stuck, and it wasn't because I wanted to be stuck. It was because I didn't know. I didn't know at all. I didn't know what to do, I didn't know what to do, and I damn sure didn't know how to do it. But I knew that I didn't want to be stuck. But I didn't know how to make myself unstuck. And sometimes it's just that. Sometimes we don't know how to get ourselves from being stuck. We don't know how to make ourselves unstuck we just don't. Sometimes we need that motivation. Sometimes we need a person to tell us, or that's why they give instructions when they give you things like gadgets. You get a gadget, you get instructions to go with it. And you get these shoes and you get the instructions. And sometimes those instructions is the Bible for some people. And sometimes those instructions for other people are just somebody else helping them or guiding them or giving them the answers. And sometimes it's not cheating to get the answers from somebody. It's just, hey, some of us are a guide for other people. And that guide might be a podcast. The guide might be a song. The guide might be a friend coming over and telling you, hey, I noticed that you were stuck. Can I tell you what I did to get myself from being unstuck? And sometimes it's just a story that you hear on social media. How I was able to get unstuck. And then now you like, oh my God, that's all I got to do. This is what I got to do to keep moving, to not be stuck, this is it. This is it. If you're just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Apple, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, TikTok, and Big O, and Spotify. I forgot to say Spotify, Twitch, Instagram. I don't know. I probably already said that. Also, my main YouTube, Instagram, and my .com, which is THA JANELL. It is the weekend, and as you guys know, before I leave every Friday, I tell you guys, do not drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. If you are in the Oklahoma City area and you need a designated driver, you can text or call my hotline 404-666-5906. But please, again, do not drink and drive. I know it might seem close. It might seem like, oh, well, I'm just going around the corner. But just around that corner could be a small child walking in the middle of the street. Just right around the corner could be your life. And not just you dying, but you going to prison. Don't do it. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I love you guys. And I will see you guys on Monday. Mental health talk on Monday.